Daniel here for Tabletop for One. Please join me at the table as I teach and play through Come Sail Away. And I thank you for joining me for this tutorial and solo playthrough of Come Sail Away by Saashi and Daryl Chow and published by Saashi Saashi. Now, I bought this game. I ordered it straight from the publisher because I had a recommendation from some people on Facebook because I was looking for a mancala type solo game, and so they recommended this game, and it came rather quickly. It actually only took a few days to get here, but I've played it several times now, and I wanted to show you how this game plays. And so in Come Sail Away, you are in charge of getting passengers onto an ocean liner. You're going to be bringing passengers in of a variety of different colored little meeples that you're going to place in different rooms. Each room has their own requirements. As you fill in rooms, you're going to gain points, and you're going to go for a total of 12 rounds, at which point you will score and compare your total score to a ranking system. And so let's go into setup here. And so first we're going to set out the board here. It shows the one player right here in the middle. We'll set this all the way up in the corner right here. And then we have the top of the boat, and we'll place it right here. And then you have the bow and the stern of the boat, and you place it like this. You have a grand staircase. We'll place that right in the middle here. You'll shuffle the small cabin tiles and draw 5 of them, and then you're going to place them randomly up here. Then you're going to take the 5 main cabin tiles of one player color here. And so you'll have one of each color. And then you're going to choose from the facilities. You got a stack of 10 of these here. You're going to choose 5 of them. And so I'm going to choose these here. We have 10, 2, 6, 1, and 7. Then you'll take all of these here, and we're going to shuffle these up, and then we're going to place them randomly on the ship. So 2 go above the staircase and then around like so. And so you'll have a random arrangement like that. Then you're going to need the 5 bonus tiles that correspond to the 5 facilities that you took. So I have the 10, the 6, 7, 2, and 1. You're going to shuffle these up, randomly draw one, and place it in each of these slots here. You'll shuffle this deck and place it right here. You'll take 5 of the bonus 3-point tokens, and we'll set them aside here. You only need 5 of them because that's the max you can earn. And then you'll have your disgruntled workers. We'll place it over here on the top left. And then you'll take a luggage token, and you're going to place it here on the luggage track. And then you have your tray of meeples here. This is called the pier in the rule book. And so you can just set this aside, or you can take about like maybe 8 of each color if you want. That's probably about how many you'll need for the game, and set those aside. All right, and so that's it for setup. Now the goal of the game is to get the most points. You have a ranking system, and so the lowest rank is 54 points or under, and the highest rank is 80 or higher. Now the way you gain points is by filling in rooms. When you fill in a room, I'll talk about this a little later, but you'll flip it over and it shows the value of how many points you're going to get for the room. So you have these rooms here as well as the small cabins you'll earn later. You'll also get points based on how far you achieve on the luggage track, and then you'll gain points for any of your meeples that are left in the rooms not in the grand staircase. You'll also lose some points for disgruntled passengers that are placed here. And the last way you earn points is you get these bonus tokens, which I'll talk about how you earn those later, but those are worth 3 points each. All right, so the flow of the game goes like this. You have 12 turns total. On your turn, you're going to draw 2 cards, and you're going to draw these cards into your hand and choose one of the 2 to use. They come with meeples here, and so there's some information you need to know. First of all, you have the colors of the meeples. You have the order by which they need to be placed, either forwards or backwards. You have a luggage meeple here, which will come into play later. And so you're going to choose one of these cards, gain the meeples from the card, place them in that order, like I said, forwards or backwards, and then you'll check to see if you filled in rooms or got luggage bonuses or stuff like that. And then we'll check to see if we've achieved any of the bonus tokens here, and then you'll go on to the next turn drawing 2 new cards. And so that will go for 12 rounds. Now the cards you use each round will be placed off to the side right here to count the total number of rounds. And so let's say I had chosen this card here. You'll grab from the pier meeples that match those colors. And so you are required to place them in order from left to right or right to left. And so the first rule you need to know is that when you place meeples, you'll place them one at a time. The first meeple you can place in any room, and then the next meeple has to be placed in a room that joins to that room that you just placed in. And then the same thing goes for the meeples that follow. Now the different rooms here require different colors or different patterns. So you'll see that the main cabin rooms require just one particular color to go in that room. But the facilities here have their own requirements. facilities number 1, this one requires pairs of the same color in the top row and then a pair in the bottom row, but those 2 pairs have to be different colors. This room here, number 2, requires 4 different colors in here. Number 7 requires all 5 different colors here. Number 6 is different because you have to place them in order from left to right. The first one that's placed will have to match the color of the last one that's placed. So you have 2 of the same color here, and then the 2 middle ones will have to be 2 of the same color. And then we have room number 10 here, where one of those that's placed is one color, and the other 3 are all one different color. So you could have like 1 black and then 3 blue. Now the grand staircase here can house 3 different colors, and within those colors as many meeples as you want. So as you place them in here, you just stack them up. Now anytime you cannot follow the rules of placement, they're going to go into the disgruntled worker area, and they're going to be worth negative points at the end of the game. Now when you place meeples, you want to take into consideration the order and this luggage tag. This luggage tag is very important. Whenever you place a meeple with a luggage tag in one of the main cabins or one of the small cabins, you will gain a luggage bonus by moving the luggage up 1 space on the track. When you move a luggage up on the track, anytime you cover up one of these symbols here, these refer to the small cabins. You can choose one of the small cabins and add them to one of these 4 areas on the ship. These become new rooms by which you can place meeples, and they're connected, showing the lines here as well as to each other. If your luggage marker reaches this space here, you can take 1 meeple from the pier of any color and place it in any room. If it reaches this space here, you have the option of taking 1 meeple from the grand staircase and placing it in a room, or 1 meeple from the pier and placing it in the room. If you reach this space here, you have the option of taking 1 from the disgruntled area and placing it in a room, or taking 1 from the pier. And then this one here gives you all 3 options. And so you get to choose one of those. Again, any of these ones with multiple options, you only get to choose one. Now, the highest amount of points you reach at the end of the game is what you'll get. So the luggage track is very important, and I'll talk about another way to increase it in just a moment. So as you're placing meeples, let's say we decided to place these here. Again, you'll place them one at a time. So let's say I place the orange here. Now my next meeple has to be placed in here because it's connected here, or in the grand staircase, or down here. Now if I go to the grand staircase is connected to 6 different rooms. Now of course I can't double back into this room. It has to be a different room. So I could go from here to these 2 or this one. But actually, I want to take advantage of that luggage track, right? So I would place this one down here. And then I would place the next one. Again, you have to go in order, so we're going with the black next. So the only place to go from here is to the right, because I can't go back up in that room, so I'd place it here. And then the last one is the blue one here, and the only place I can go is up here unless I placed it here. So let's say just for an example, I decided to place it here. What would happen is after I'm done placing meeples, if there are any illegally placed, like this one here, because the color doesn't match, it'll go then to the disgruntled worker area. But of course, I could have chosen the grand staircase instead. Now on your next turn, you don't have to start where you left off on the previous turn. So you can start back in the same room that you had in the previous turn if you want. Now after placement, you're going to gain your luggage bonus. So you go ahead and move that up on the track and gain any bonuses there. Then after that, you check to see if you filled in any rooms. So for main cabins, if you fill in one of these main cabins, it'll tell you here in the bottom right hand corner, and when you flip it over, that you get to advance your luggage 1 space. So you get to move this up on the track a little bit, and then of course you'll gain that bonus. Now that could also cause you to fill in other rooms and flip those over and gain those bonuses, so you could have some nice chain reactions there. And then one other room I want to show you, this room here. When you complete this room and flip it over, it tells you here that the colors of the meeples that were used here, if any of those match the disgruntled workers, you'd actually get to remove those from the disgruntled worker area. So if you plan that right, you'll be able to save some points that way. After you're done dealing with flipped over rooms, you then check to see if you've completed one of the in-demand bonuses here. And so for the in-demand bonuses in the solo game, you're looking to complete these bonuses before the ends of these rounds here. And so we want to complete room number 6, which room number 6 is over here, before the end of round 5. And then room number 7 before the end of round 6. And then 1 before the end of round 7, and so on. If you do complete that room before the end of that particular round, then you can flip this over and then you'll gain one of these 3-point tokens. However, if you do not complete that room before the end of that round, at the end of that round, this will get flipped over and you will not be able to gain that 3-point token. Now, one thing to note that when you have flipped over a room, it now is full occupancy. So anything that gets placed there will end up in the disgruntled area. So let's say if I went along with this card here and I placed the orange here, then the yellow here, and then I had to place the black one here, then this one will end up going into the disgruntled area after I was done placing. Now, if for whatever reason you decide that you want to start on one of the face down areas and then go from there, you can do that, just realizing that anything that's placed there will go to the disgruntled area. Now there's one card that I want to show you that's an exception. So some of the cards here have only 2 meeples. And so when you play this card, you'll gain those 2 meeples, and then you can place them anywhere on the ship as long as they're 2 different rooms. And of course, you do have a luggage tag on one of them, so you probably want to place one of those in a cabin. So this gives you a little more free-form movement, but less meeples to place, so it can be a very strategic thing to use. All right, so we're ready to begin. So the first thing we're going to do is draw 2 cards. And so these are our choices here. And so like I said before, we want to focus on some of these in-demand bonuses here. So I'd like to try and finish 6, 7, 1, 2, and 10 in that order. But the problem is that 7 and 6 are just so far apart. So I probably won't be able to finish both of those. So I got to choose one to skip. At least I think I have to. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose this one here. We'll discard the other one. And we'll gain these here. And so I'm going to have to go in order. And so what I want to do is I want to start here with the green one, and then the yellow one here, orange one here, and then an orange one here. So again, reminding that down here in room number 1, I'm going to need 2 pairs of different colors. So I'll need another green meeple here and then a pair of different colors here. This one needs all 4 different colors and this one needs all 5. So that's a good start with those ones there. And so now I did not get the luggage bonus because when I placed this orange meeple here, it was not in one of the cabin rooms. The little luggage icon in the upper left-hand corner reminds you. And so, yeah, I missed out on that placement, but I did get a lot of meeples out on the board. So we're ready for the next turn here. Let's see, we got some good ones here. And so I think I will go with this one. And we're going to start down here. We'll start with 1 black and then 1 black here. Now, in placing the black here in the 6, I have to remember that this furthest one at the end here has to be black, but the next 2 have to be the same color as themselves. So I just got to keep that in mind. Now I'm placing the green one in the main cabin, which is going to result in a luggage bonus. I'll get that in a moment. And then I have a yellow one going up here, and I'll probably place it here. And so all 3 of these have to be yellow, and then I can place one other different color here. But now that I got that luggage bonus, I get to move this up 1 space. And we're ready for the next turn here. All right, so I think I'm going to go with this one. And this is a tough choice. I'd like to place it over here to where I'm getting that luggage bonus, so I could go green, green, and then a black one right there. But then I'm not working on these rooms over here, the 7 room that I'd like to complete so I can get the bonus points. So I could go green, green, and then put a black one in here. It's a tough call. We're on turn 3, and I have to finish number 7 by turn 6, which really means I should be putting more in these areas here. So maybe that's what I'll do. We'll do green, green, and then black like that. All right, so we're ready for our next turn. And so I'll go with the green, yellow, yellow. We're going to put the green down here to pair it up with that one. The yellow one here, which is a luggage one. So that's going to go in this spot here, and I'll gain a luggage bonus. And then we'll put 1 yellow one here. And so now that I gain a luggage bonus, we push this up 1 space. And so what's nice about that is I get one of these rooms at the top here. And so I'm not sure which one I should take. I should probably take this green and yellow one and place it right here. Now I have access to go kind of a zigzag way if I want, or start over here and work that way in. Also, this is a cabin room, so I can get luggage bonuses off of it. All right, so we're ready for our next turn here. Okay, got some more meeples this time. This is good. This is good. And so I'll go with this one here. 4 meeples is always nice. And so we got a black, yellow, black, and green. Now what I'm thinking here is I'll go black down here, then yellow to finish off this room, then black in this spot to finish off that room, and then green over here. Now I'm not going to get the luggage bonus here. However, we go on to check to see if we've cleared any rooms, and we have. So I cleared this room. Now flipping this over will grant me a luggage bonus. So we'll move this one space up on the track. And with that moving up on the track, I think I want to add a room over on this side this time. And so I think I'll add the orange one over here like this. And then on top of that, we cleared room number 2. And what's really nice about this is that I cleared it way ahead of time of the bonus round. So that was all the way down here. So we can flip that over and take a 3-point. Now, unfortunately, that means I'm probably not going to finish off this room in time. I still want to finish it off, but yeah, I'm not going to get it finished off in time. All right, so now we check at round end. We see we've made round 5 now. And so we look, did I complete room number 6? Not even close. So we're going to flip this over to show I can't get that bonus now. All right, so we draw 2 new cards here. Oh, we got some good choices here. So I'm definitely not going to finish room number 7. So let's try and finish one of the other ones here. So we're going to go with the blue, black, black, green. And so I'm going to go backwards this time. I'm going to start with blue, going right there. We'll go blue, black, then black here. And this is the luggage one. See, we're going backwards here. So the third placement was the luggage one. And then we'll place the green one right here. Now I get a luggage bonus. I'm going to move on to the space that lets me take one meeple of any color from the pier and place it in one of my rooms. And so I'm going to take a yellow one and place it up here because I need to try and finish this in time. We only have 3 more rounds to finish that. So yeah, I definitely want to do that. On top of that, we finish this room here. So we're going to clear this out, flip it over, and then we'll flip this over to indicate that we got the 3-point token. So that was really good. All right, so it's the end of round 6 here. And we have to flip this one over. We did not get that point. That's not too good, but that's okay. I think we're in a good place. We're going to draw 2 new cards here. And let's see. Ooh, I really like this card. This actually might work out well. So we're going to go with the blue, black, and orange. And we're going to place the blue one here in the main cabin, the black one right here at the top of the stairs, and then the orange one in this one. And so it's going to complete this one. I didn't get any luggage bonus here, but we get to flip this over. This is worth 2 points at the end of the game. All right, moving on to the next turn here. All right, so I'm going to go with this one here. Neither of these were really a good choice. And so I'm going to start with the yellow over here, placing it right there. And then we'll place the black one in here. And then the yellow one's going to go here, but that's an illegal placement. And then the blue one here. And so the yellow one is illegal, so I don't get that luggage bonus because it automatically goes into the disgruntled area. But I did get some other meeples on the board, so that might have been good. And I did complete this room here. So we're going to be able to flip this over. And then we draw 2 new cards. Now, one thing I want to keep in mind here is that it is round number 9. We are on round number 9, so if I want that 3-point token, I have to complete room number 10 here, which means I'm going to need to use this one, because I have to place a yellow in there, which is probably going to result in another illegal placement. I don't know if it's worth that illegal placement to do this, because I'd have to go green, yellow, orange, and then blue down here. I'm wondering if I should do blue, orange, yellow, then green, because then I'd get the luggage bonus. I think that might be worth it more than the other. So we'll gain that card. That does mean I'm not going to get that bonus token. So we'll go blue, orange like that, yellow in here, and green in here. And so I'll get a luggage bonus. We'll move this up 1 space. That's going to gain me one of these here. And so I should probably gain this one, just give myself some more options over in this area. And I did clear this room, which means I'm going to get another luggage bonus. Ooh, that actually turned out well. I think I did complete this room. So we move it up 1 space. So I can take one of these meeples from this grand staircase and place it somewhere on the board, but I'll place it in here. So we'll take this one and place it right there. That actually worked out really well. And so this is going to clear out. We'll flip this over. Now, since the yellow matches the disgruntled workers, that's the power of room number 10. It matches it, so I get to get rid of that one. And so I'm not going to lose any points at the end of the game for that one. And so we get to flip this token over, but we actually completed it on time. It was the same round. And so if you complete it by the end of the round, you gain the token. So yeah, I completed 3 out of the 5 bonus tokens. I think that was good. We'll draw a new card here. Let's see what we get. As much as I like placing a lot of meeples, I don't have a lot of room for yellows. This is going to result in a lot of illegal placement. So I'm not going to use this one. I'm going to go with this one. And so again, with the Two-Meeple cards, you're able to place them anywhere you want, as long as they're different rooms from each other. Now, I will get a luggage bonus if I place this black meeple here in this room. And then I get to place the yellow one anywhere. I'm going to place it all the way up here because I'd like to complete this room. This room is worth 8 points. It's shown in the upper right-hand corner there. And so if I can place a blue meeple here, I will complete that room and get a lot of points. Now I did get a luggage bonus for that black meeple placement. We'll move it up 1 space. And then I can take one of these here. I guess we'll take the blue one. I can't fathom me completing it unless I get another one of these cards. But we'll just place it there. And then on top of that, I've completed this room, which lets me flip it over and move one up on the luggage track again, which is going to let me take one from the staircase or one from the pier and place it somewhere on here. And so you're going to think me crazy, but I'm going to take this blue one and place it right there. I know, that sounds crazy, right? But that's going to be my placement. So it's going to end up flipping this one over as well, getting me another 2 points. All right, so now we draw 2 new cards. Okay, these aren't too bad. Actually, I think I'll go with this one. Yeah, we're 2 turns away, this turn and next turn, from finishing the game. But I want to get a lot of meeples out on the board. So what if I go black in the staircase here? Again, you just stack the same color together in the same spot. And then the green one here, we're going backwards on the track there. And then the green one down here, and then the yellow one here. Now, unfortunately, the third green one ended up in this room, so I didn't get the luggage bonus, but I did complete this one here. So we're going to flip this over. It's going to let me move one up on the luggage track. So that was really good. All right, we're here for the final turn of the game. Let's see what we can get. Oh, how about that? Luck of the draw, right? Let's take this one here, the orange and the blue. And so I'm going to place the blue one in this room here. That's going to complete that room. Again, needing 5 different colors. This one here, I'm going to place like this, which is going to give me a luggage bonus. So we'll move up on that track. Now I can take one from the disgruntled area, which is empty, or one from the pier. I'll take one from the pier, taking this orange one here and placing it in this room. And so now we've completed this room here, which is just going to flip over and give us a ton of points. We completed this room here, which is going to flip over and give us a luggage boost. And so we'll move one up on the track. And now I've earned a total of 3 points on the track. And so here we are at the end of 12 rounds. So that's going to end the game. We're going to go on to final scoring. So the final scoring is pretty straightforward. They give you a score pad for it. And the first thing you're going to do is count the rooms. So we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 47, 55 for the rooms. It's not too bad. And then we're going to count any meeples on the board that are not in the grand staircase. So we have 4 of them here. So that's an extra 4 points. Then we count our bonus tokens here. That's 9. And then we're going to count our points on the luggage track. That's 3. Take any disgruntled passengers. No, we don't have any. So 0. And then we'll add this up and that'll be our total. And so it looks like I'm at 71 points. So not too shabby. And so if we check the scores here, that puts me at Ace Crew, which most of my scores have been Ace Crew or the Atlantic's Best Crew, with one score being the Legendary. And so there you have it. That was my tutorial and solo playthrough of Come Sail Away by Saashi and Daryl Chow and published by Saashi Saashi. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this game. Please also like and subscribe to this channel if you like the content you see here. And I thank you very much for joining me on Tabletop for One. Have a great night.